At just 7, Ishaan loved solving puzzles on his slate, while his grandmother proudly watched his little world of numbers. He believed every number had a secret, and his fingers itched to discover what lay behind each chalk mark. Numbers followed him everywhere, even in games. His schoolyard fun became another way to fall in love with mathematics. His father's patient guidance and mother's quiet smile created a home where curiosity grew like a lamp's steady flame. Playtime turned into lessons. His games with marbles were secret mathematics experiments that thrilled even his little sister. In the village fields, numbers revealed practical stories. Yields, rains, and seeds all made sense through his curious eyes. Even storms couldn't stop him. Rain sang on the roof while he turned school notes into colorful patterns of data. By sunrise, Ishaan already knew his best friend was not toys or games, but the endless beauty of numbers. At 10, Ishaan's puzzle book became a treasure chest, where every solved riddle brought cheers from curious friends. In school, he became the boy Ishaan who answered questions others feared, bringing joy to teachers and pride to friends. At village fairs, stalls of puzzles became his playground, and victory smiles became his sweetest prize. Even in cricket, numbers fascinated him. Scoreboards turned into secret lessons in patterns and probability. Childhood evenings turned into classrooms, where even mud floors carried lessons of joy and curiosity. Numbers spoke to him everywhere, even in newspapers. Every row looked like a hidden story waiting to be solved. Under the stars, he turned the universe into a giant puzzle, seeing connections between sky and numbers. Those playful days were more than games, they were gentle whispers guiding him toward a destiny with data. At 13, a dusty computer lab introduced him to coding, another language to explore his love for numbers. Science fairs became stages where his charts and graphs spoke louder than any rehearsed speech. He found joy in turning chaos into order, one small dataset at a time. Long nights taught him persistence, as lines of code slowly grew into meaningful solutions. When college applications arrived, he chose subjects that combined love for math, coding, and discovery. In college, he shared his passion, teaching peers that data was not just numbers but hidden stories. Competitions sharpened his skills, proving teamwork and innovation mattered as much as equations. The dream was alive. He was ready to step into higher studies where data would define his future. India offered him world-class institutes, dream destinations where data science was growing rapidly. Beyond borders, global universities opened new doors, showing him the scale and respect of this field worldwide. His journey began at IIT Delhi, where farewells turned into hopeful beginnings. Here he discovered the real power of statistics and probability in solving real-world challenges. Endless nights at library became his temple, where wisdom turned into discipline and confidence. Life at university taught balance. Work, friendships, and celebrations together shaped his identity. A semester abroad widened his vision, connecting him with global peers and new ideas. Graduation was more than a certificate, it was proof of his journey from a small village to global opportunities. At 22, he stepped into India's tech hub, where data science had become the new heartbeat of innovation. In his first job, numbers became living stories, guiding companies to smarter decisions and brighter futures. Opportunities stretched wide, from Indian giants to global leaders, each valuing the power of skilled data scientists. Long nights returned, but this time they created real-world impact, solving problems for businesses and governments alike. Every chart he presented shaped decisions that touched thousands of lives beyond the boardroom walls. For those who dream differently, freelancing offered freedom, working with clients worldwide without leaving his home. Data science was not only about companies, it became a tool to protect villages and save lives. His childhood dream finally bloomed into a respected profession with limitless horizons. At 25, machine learning became his daily craft, teaching computers to think, learn, and predict. Governments trusted him with critical data, decisions that saved cities from floods and protected lives. Teaching became another path, inspiring fresh minds to see the world through the lens of data. Entrepreneurship called too, turning data into new products that could change industries. Sharing insights at global conferences, he discovered his story was part of a worldwide movement. At home, every story he shared turned into pride for his family and inspiration for cousins. Sometimes, solitude became his companion, where late-night coding shaped tomorrow's ideas. Career in data science had no single road, it branched into countless possibilities with every new choice. Recognition came when his work reached back to his village, inspiring new dreams among the children there. National awards turned his journey into a story of hope for countless Indian youth. Global respect followed, proving that a small village boy Ishaan could stand shoulder to shoulder with world leaders. Media saw him as a voice of reason, showing society how data shapes the future. Returning to villages, he taught young minds that curiosity could open doors beyond imagination. Within family circles, his journey became a story proudly retold at every festival. In villages, his presence symbolized hope that education could transform generations. Respect was not only about fame, it was about hearts he touched across India and beyond. At 35, he returned home, showing the next generation how knowledge connects village life to global change. Looking back, every small step, slate, puzzles, coding, was a brick in the wall of his dream. He knew the future belonged not to him alone, but to every child with curiosity in their eyes. Data science was more than a job, it was a light guiding young man Ishaan through complex challenges. Every sunrise reminded him that knowledge, when shared, brings hope like morning light over fields. His story became a living lesson, every child's curiosity could one day shape the destiny of a nation. In his gaze lived a promise, that India's tomorrow would be brighter through the power of knowledge. His journey ended with inspiration, for every child to dream, learn, and rise as the next data scientist.